Included in this course is a folder called Meet the Modes, and inside that folder we have neck diagrams dedicated to each of those modes. So the reason I brought you here is to show you that we can build chords from each of those modes. So to build a triad, for example, we just play the root, the third, and the fifth of each mode. That's where the triad would exist. In this case, we've got a major triad built off the root, the major third, and the perfect fifth. And to build the seventh chord, we just extend that out to the seventh. We add the seventh to the triad. In this case, we have a C major 7, and that's root, major third, perfect fifth, and major seventh. Now down below, I've got the extensions highlighted. Now earlier we discussed how we can attribute a number to each of these notes, right? So this could be 1, this is 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we can keep going with that in the second octave. This would be 9. This is 10. This is sharp 11. This is 12, 13, and 14. So to build a major 9 chord, all we have to do is tack on the 9. Okay, and then the sharp 11, we just add the sharp 11, the 13. We add the 13, easy as that. Now down below, we have the neck diagram populated with all the notes of this particular mode. Now, this is to show you how you can create a modal chord voicing. Now, modal chord voicing is one to where you include certain notes to bring out the characteristics of that mode. So for the case of Lydian, that's the sharp 4 or the sharp 11. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the root of the mode is the lowest note. So in this case, it's C. And then you want to add any 2, 3, 4, or 5 note combinations, but be sure in the case of Lydian to add the sharp 4. In this case, that's F sharp. All right, and that's going to bring out that unique sound, flavor, emotion, or color. And down below we have a few examples of some Lydian chord voicings. Okay, now let's take a look at the Ionian mode. Let's first take a look at the triad. The triad that lives inside the Ionian mode is the major triad, because you have the root, the major third, and the perfect fifth. And the seventh would be the major seventh chord. And then down below here you see the different extensions. You got C major 9, C major 9, 11, and then C major 9, 11, add 13. Okay, now to build a modal voicing from Ionian, okay, you want to make sure to include the natural 4, or in this case the F, and the B. And the reason for the B is because, if you compare Ionian to the next darkest mode, which is Mixolydian, Mixolydian has a flat 7, okay? So if you were to, say, only include, of course, the root note C and F, some other notes other than B, that modal voicing that you would create would also work for Mixolydian. But when you include the seventh, the major seventh, okay, that's like giving you enough satellites to triangulate on a coordinate, okay? So again, for Ionian, you want to make sure include the fourth and the major seventh, and remember to put the root of the mode as the lowest note. So down below we have, again, a few modal voicings. Okay, now let's take a look at Mixolydian. Now Mixolydian, we have a major triad, and then for the seventh chord it's a dominant seventh, because the dominant seventh chord is a major triad with a minor seventh. Okay, and then here are the extensions. You got a C dominant 9, a C11, and then a C13 or C dominant 13. Alrighty. Now to create a modal exclusive voicing for Mixolydian, you want to make sure to include the major third and the flat 7. Okay, and that will give you what you need to create a Mixolydian voicing. And then here's some voicing examples down below. And I'm going to grab my guitar in a little bit and demonstrate these for you. But let's continue on. So we've got the Dorian mode, right? Inside the Dorian mode we have the minor triad, okay, because when we look at the root, third, and fifth of the Dorian mode, we have a flat 3 or a minor third. So we got the root, minor third, perfect fifth. And then the 7th chord is a minor 7 because we have the flat 7 in there. And then listed below are the extensions. You got a C minor 9, C minor 11, and C minor 13. Now to create an exclusive Dorian voicing, we need to make sure to include the E flat and A, or the minor third, and the 6th or the 13th. Okay, and then here's the voicings that we have for C Dorian. All right, moving right along, we've got the Aeolian. Okay, the Aeolian mode. Inside the Aeolian mode, we have a minor triad because we have the root, the minor third, and the perfect fifth. Then we also have a minor 7th inside the Aeolian mode. And then down below we have the extensions, a minor 9, C minor 11, C minor flat 13, because remember the Aeolian mode has a flat 6 or a flat 13. Now to create a modal voicing for Aeolian, okay, gives you the instructions right here that make sure to include the D or the 2, the E flat, which is the minor third, and the flat 6 or the flat 13, and that's what's going to give you the Aeolian flavor. Alright, then we have the Phrygian mode. Okay, the Phrygian mode, inside the Phrygian mode we have the minor triad and the minor 7. For the extensions we have the minor flat 9, add 11, and then minor flat 9, flat 13. Okay, to build an exclusive Phrygian voicing, we need to make sure to include the flat 2 or the flat 9, the minor third or the 5th, okay, and then the flat 6 or the flat 13. So in the case of C Phrygian, make sure to include D flat, E flat, and or G, and the A flat. And then listed below, here are some Phrygian chord voicings. And then lastly, we've got the Locrian mode. The Locrian mode has the diminished triad inside right here. And then if we extend that out to the 7th, we have a minor 7 flat 5, or what's also known as the half diminished chord. Okay, when we extend that out, we've got the minor 7 flat 5, flat 9. We've got minor 7 flat 5, flat 9, 11, and then minor 7 flat 5, flat 9, flat 13. Alrighty. So to get an exclusive Locrian voicing, we need to make sure and include the flat 5 and the minor third. Now I also have here the flat 2 and the flat 6, or the flat 9 and the flat 13. You don't really necessarily need those. All you really need is the minor third and the flat 5, and that's going to give you the Locrian sound. Okay, but you can get a more in-depth Locrian sound if you include the flat 9 or flat 2 and the flat 6 or the flat 13. In this case for C Locrian, D flat, G flat, E flat, and A flat, and then here listed below are some exclusive Locrian voicings. So let me grab my guitar and I'm going to demonstrate these voicings for you.